Hello everyone, this is Mocha Panda. Welcome back to another Lei Wulong Drunken lesson video, and we're going to talk about crane stance today. Again, I apologize for all the people who are waiting for the next video. Anyway, let's get right into it because there's a lot to cover. Crane stance. Alright, so there's a couple ways you can go into crane stance. I would recommend this stance at mid-tier for strengths compared to his other stances, but I would say it's good, but the weaknesses overpower the strengths of it. So let's get into it. So a couple ways you can go into crane stance is 3 plus 4, 4. You go into crane stance right there. So there is one way. Another way you can go into stance is Dragon 3, Kuju kick, hold forward, and that's another way you can go into crane stance. Okay, cool, awesome. So another way you can go into crane stance is up, back, forward. That's another way you can go into crane stance. All right, you gotta hold forward though. You have to hold forward. Another way you can go into crane stance is 4 forward, 4, 3 plus 4. So this string, right there, see? Okay, that wonderful string. Right, awesome, cool, right? Pretty dope. All right, so there's 2 more ways, if I remember correctly, that you can go into crane stance. So there's Razor Rush. So Razor Rush 4 into up, hold up or hold down, or tap up or tap down, and you go into crane stance, right? Cool, awesome, right? Another way you can go into crane stance, forward, sister Razor Rush, that I like to call it. Same thing, 4, tap up or tap down, and then you go into crane stance. I'll do it again. Hold up, go into crane stance, right? Awesome, nice, good job. Now, let's start talking about these strings and what are the safer paths to go into crane stance, if you have the choice. Let me get some water real quick. All right, so let's talk about the strengths. So crane stance has a lot of good strengths. All right, let's talk about this. So hop kick wise, this is probably his best version of hop kick. Compared to ostrich kick, don't use ostrich kick, okay? Only use ostrich kick if you really need to. Only use this if you really need to. It's minus 13 if I remember correctly. But a better hop kick on counter hit too, okay, is up, forward, 3, and there's up, 3. Okay, those are 2 different versions of his hop kick if you want to go into crane. Now, say like my opponent's guarding, minus 4 for up 3, up forward 3 is minus 2. Okay, so up forward 3 is probably your best option because you get more frames into safety range. It's minus 2, so you don't lose your turn as like harshly, if that makes sense. And it has more range. So if your opponent wants to like just be aggressive towards you, then use this. I would recommend. Neutral is more different. So if you do up 3, it's minus 4. So you lose your turn a little more harshly, and we don't want that. Anyway, continuing on. Now on counter hit, or well, on hit, so up 3, it's really weird. Hitbox is weird. It's plus 9, which is fine. The medium, it's a mid, and the hitbox is really awkward. See, like sometimes it'll hit and sometimes it will. So I would say just be careful when you're using this. Only use this when they're really in your face, like at the wall. Like they're at the wall, they're not gonna let you go. Neutral crane, up 3, counter hit, combo city. Okay. Why do I say counter hit? Well, on counter hit, that's the reason. I automatically launches it. It does a ton of damage. Ton of damage. 68 if I don't finish it. If I like not mess it up. But yeah, so this is a way you can go into combo if they are trying to be aggressive. But on counter hit, if they press the button of any sorts, then you're going to counter hit them. This is a safer option for a hop kick. You could just pretty much throw this out, honestly. Just throw it out. It's safe. It's plus 11 on hit. On hit, not counter hit. Plus 11 on hit. And it's a mid, which is awkward. So that's one way. That's like one of his good strengths. Now, another good thing about crane stance is that, same with Anna stance, judgment stance, Anna, is that it has an automatic low parry. It does not matter what low you use. If it's a low, it will automatically low parry. For instance, this is Rave Kick. High risk, high reward. Going to a lot of things. Anyway, crane stance. Oh my gosh, I'm going to crane stance. Life is great. Oh man, you got your ass ass launched. That's crazy. And I got hit by Rave Kick. Funny. Yeah, but yeah, that's a couple of ways you can go into, but it's automatic low parry. And then you can go into combo. Life is great. Great, right? Pretty cool. Awesome. So yeah, it is an automatic low parry. Do not use lows against Lei's crane stance. You will get your ass launched and it's not going to be a happy day. You're going to think to yourself, why am I playing Tekken? This game is cheap. This game is fucking cheesy and gimmicky. Why would you play this character? Paid to win, right? Yeah, it's crazy. Someone told me that Lei was paid to win. That was funny. Anyway, continuing on. So yeah, that's one of his biggest strengths. It's automatic low parry. Okay? And another couple things that Lei has is he's an illusionary mix-up artist. Mix-up character. And what I mean by that, he has a lot of moves that people think he is safe, but in reality, he is not safe. And we will get into that. So I would say those are probably the two strengths, besides his frames, when he's in crane stance. Because his frames are really weird. He's either safe or he's not safe and launch punishable. So let's continue on. All right, so say like my opponent wants to do that, okay? If he does that, if my opponent wants to transition to crane in that strength, he's gonna get launched or he's gonna get punished real hard, okay? So for instance, do that, life is great. All right, cool, right? My opponent thinks I don't know how to deal with him. Man, that's crazy. Punish, right there. See that? 14 frame. Now, if I got hit by that, then that'll be a different start. But yeah, you see what I'm saying that? If Lei ever uses this string right here, punish his ass. If he transition, punish his ass. Punish right there, right? Punish him. Does not matter. Does not matter. Punish his ass. Doesn't matter what it is. If he goes in the air, twirls and shit, punish him. Punish him. Please punish him. Now, if my opponent wants to go into Kuju kick, which is this right here, then punish him. And the reason why. You're -3 if he goes into Dragon 3 and hold forward, he's -3. That's not the problem. The problem is, all right? Okay, that's not the problem. This is the bigger problem. It's -20. That's launch punishable. Punish. Life is great. See, that's launch punishable. So if he goes in a Dragon Kuju kick into crane stance, punish his ass. Do not let him get away with this. That is launch punishable. Do you understand? All right? If he ever does that, if he transition, punish him. That's why I say he's illusionary, because people think that he's safe on these moves, but in reality, he's not really safe in anything, honestly. He has a couple moves, like a little fairness, but in reality, in all scopes of things, bigger picture-wise, he's not safe on much things, sadly. Now, if you know he's not going to transition to stance, then don't take the risk. But always take the risk if your opponent is going to play, like, with Kuju kick or that, and holds forward, play with it. Like, try to punish him on that. But yeah, if he ever does this string, punish him. If he goes to Dragon 3, goes into crane stance, punish his ass, launch his ass. Alright, do not let him get away with it. But if he ever does hop kick crane, he can't punish him. You gotta hold that ass. Alright? So let's talk about crane stance. So let's talk about the weakness of crane stance. First thing of crane stance. Alright? If I can. You know what? Screw you. Anyway, you cannot block. Alright? You cannot block. That's just a sad reality of crane stance. I'm holding back, as you guys can see. Okay? Holding back. My opponent's holding back. My opponent's holding back, as you guys can see. So if you ever see Lei go into crane stance, punish him. Do not use a low, but punish him. You can launch his ass if you want to. See? Launch punishable. My opponent's holding back because I have Lei recorded to hold back. and he can't like block. That's the problem. So that's probably one of his biggest weakness in crane stance. Another big weakness is movement. Movement's bad. Yeah, you can juggle it and all that such. Yeah, that's great. But look how this is so slow. It's very slow. So use this with caution. I would say just use it with caution if you're ever going to use crane stance. Just be careful when you're using this. All right. So those are the two biggest weakness that Lei has in crane stance is his movement, and he can't block. So just be careful. All right. All right. Let's talk about his moves that he has in crane stance. So we know he has hop kick 3, then he has up 3. Okay. Best move that he has entirely is hop kick 3. Yeah, hop kick 3. On counter hit, you can get a combo. It's safe, and it pretty much pressures your opponent. Now, let's talk about these moves. So, first move that we can talk about crane stance is crane 1. Crane 1, plus 14. It's a mid, knocks him away. All right, you see that? How my opponent just like floats away, lands on his back. All right. Now, if my opponent and I hit him on counter hit, he goes much farther, and I can get a drink for free. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Okay? So, that's not another good thing. There's more. There's more. Of course there's more. There's always more. You go into back turn, and you're plus 5. That's great, right? It's nice. It's beautiful. But we'll talk about it in another video about haha step and back turn. But yes, he goes into back turn. Automatic back turn. And it's similar to that. So, forward neutral, 2-1, 2-1. Like that. You're plus 5. Same thing. And it's the same thing. Same deal. You go into back turn, you're plus 5. So this is a good move. This is really great. And it's a mid. Mids win rounds. Trust me. Trust me. They do. So I would use his moves. It's pretty nice. It's very nice. Crane 2. It's a high. It tracks both sides. And it's a screw launcher. That's awesome. And it's -9. Yeah, it's -9. The only weakness about this move is just a high. It's a high and you lose your time. That's probably the only two things about on his weakness. It's a good whiff punisher. It's a good whiff punisher. Doesn't have much range, so do be careful. But it's very nice. And that tip is my save. Now, if my opponent were not to press the button, I'm plus 10, and it's not a screw. You can use that as a screw if you want. Say that. Blah, blah, blah. Life is great, right? Cool. Now, if my opponent were to whiff a button or press a button, automatic screw right there. You see where I'm getting at? It's a good whiff punisher. And to like pressure your opponent if they want to press a button. Good whiff punisher and automatically screws for a combo. Now, it's a good move. It's a good button. Use it. It's nice. But the only weakness is just a high. That's the only thing. And if your opponent likes to sidestep you a lot, then do too. Get him out of the way. Tell him, no, these are my spaces. You can't go in there. All right? Good move. Good buying. Crane 2. Nice button. Use it. Crane dance. All right? Let's talk about crane dance. So crane dance, the first 3 hits are true. They are always true and will always be true. Not even on counter hit. It will always be true. Okay? Now, if my opponent doesn't know about the stream, blah, 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 life is not great, whatever. It's a launcher. That's a lot of damage. That is a lot of damage if my opponent does not block. See? Anyway, but yeah, it is an automatic launcher. That's probably the strength of that. Like, the good thing about it. So, that's cool. Right? Awesome. And the cool thing, Crane 3, it's a good mid. It's short range, it's 14 frames, it's plus 6. It's always used at the wall because if my opponent wants to get up, then I use this and then I can resplat him. Not resplat him, keep him pressure at the wall. Now, if my opponent knows how to deal with this string, the first hit, Crane 3 is -5. Okay, that's not bad. I lose my turn, whatever, but I'm pretty much safe, right? Now, if I want to continue this string, that's the big problem. That's big boy problem. We don't want that. Big boy problem is The second hit is reactable. Now, say like my opponent does this, all right? Right here, blah, blah, blah. Because the first 3 hits, if I block the first hit, I can low parry the second hit. But if I have to block it. Now, if he does it again, I can't low parry that. But I can block the 4th hit. I can block the 4th hit. I can block it. All right. See what I'm getting at? That's the wrong punish. But yeah, that's punishable. Okay. But if I block the first hit, low parry that ass. Always low parry that ass. Force yourself to low parry. Okay? Do not let Lei get away with this. Alright? Now, the other problem is that this string has. First of all, it's delayable. This string is delayable. It's very delayable. You can delay each hit, which is nice. Okay? See, that is very delayable. Very delayable. Try to play with your opponent. That's why I keep telling people that Lei is an illusionary mix-up character. He's not safe on a lot of things. He makes it look like he's safe, but he truly is not. That's why he's probably the king of mix-ups, honestly. He has so many things in his little box of mix-ups that he has to test your opponent's knowledge on what to do against Lei. Anyway, continuing on. The first hit, -5. Second hit, oh, wrong one. Second hit is -13. It's reactable. You can low parry it. It's -13, okay? The third hit, -16. Launch punishable. Okay? Launch punishable. If you have a 15 frame, launch that ass. Alright? And if it's on the forfeit, it's -12. Again, I tell people this because Lei's frames is really weird. Because sometimes it will say -12, -11, -11, -10. And you're like, wait, I thought I did the right punish. Yes, that's the problem. If he's up close, it's going to be -11. Okay? Now, if he's far back, he's -12. So if he's up close doing this, it's really weird with his frames. See, but you guys saw it. It's -11. It was -11. So just be careful. But if it's a forfeit, it's -12. It's -12. Yeah, it's -11. See, that's what I keep telling people. It's an illusion. It's all an illusion. It's all fake. Son of a bitch. Anyway, but yeah, the forfeit will be -12 majority of the time. See, all right, and it's a mid. So just be careful. Second hit's low parry reactable, so just be careful when using the string. But I will recommend use the 3, the first hit. Crane 3. Doesn't have much range, but it's -5 and it's a good mid poke. All right, crane kick. Crane kick is very high risk, medium reward. Let me explain. All right, crane kick. On counter hit, well, on block, it's launch punishable. It's launch punishable. A non-counter hit, it knocks down your +10, right? Cool, right? Awesome. On block, it's a -19, launch punishable. YouTube curse. Now, a counter hit, it completely knocks down. You have 32 frames to do whatever the hell you want. And that's guaranteed. Anyway, point being, yeah. It's great range, very great range. At 3, like look at how much distance I am. I'm about 3, right? I'm this far. Still hits. Still hits. That's like very good. So, but the problem with this move is just launch punishable as hell. You have to be careful because if a good person, like a good opponent, knows how to deal with Lei, and you use this shit on them, they're gonna launch punish your ass. But it's a sneaky illusion. Again, it's a sneaky low. It's a very sneaky low. Because they don't know if I'm going to do that, or I'm going to do mid, or I'm going to do 2. Because this is his only low on crane stance. For a button, speaking. Yeah, that's his only low. It's pretty fast. It's 21. But other than that, it's okay. Just use it with caution. It's usually used at the wall. But yeah, Other than that, I would say just be careful. Yeah, it's only used at the wall when they're getting up, because they either have to guess it's going to be a mid, or they're going to have to guess it's going to be a low. And sometimes they don't even know it's launch punishable, so just use it with caution. All right, next move, Krang 1+2. I use this a lot. Use this in your playstyle because, very reason. The only weakness that this move has is just that it's a high and it's sidesteppable, if I remember correctly. But yeah, 1+2, Krang 1+2, automatic combo. Automatic combo. Use it. It's nice. It's great. Doesn't have much range, but it hits hard. It hits hard. Like 2.3? Yeah, 2.3. It has decent range. But yeah, you can get into combo. Use this button if you can. But on guard, on block, it's -2. The only problem, it's just, it's -2, you lose your turn, and it's a high. That's like the only problem that this button, or this move has in crane stance. But try to use it more. It's good. It's very nice. Very good. Push back, create space. And the thing about crane stance that I tell people is that this stance is more of to create space between you and your opponent. If you know your opponent likes to get in your face and they like to press buttons, hop kick, get them away from you. Create space. Like, don't be afraid to use, like, crane. Just understand his weakness and transitions weaknesses before actually using it and implementing it into your playstyle. Alright, leap your crane. I would not recommend this hop kick whatsoever. It's -14. It's -14. It comes out at 17 frames. Nothing special. Even on counter hit. If I can get my opponent to get hit by it. Yeah, nothing really special. It's just a hop kick. Just bad. It's bad hop kick. Only use it if your opponent knows they want to keep pressing buttons. That is the only option. That is like the only advice I ever can give this move. It's -14. Pretty bad. Comes out pretty slow, but it launches if you want to use it, I guess. But other than that, I wouldn't recommend using this move because of that very reason. But other than that, it's there for your usage if you want to use it. But other than that, then we'll go into Drunken Master, but we'll talk about that another time. But yes, so that is all for Crane Stance. Crane Stance is very limited, but it has more strengths. Use those strengths when you're going to Crane Stance. It's automatic low parry. It's cannot block. Movement's bad. But use Crane 3, Crane 1, Crane 2, Crane 1+2, and up forward 3. Because on counter hit, for up forward 3, it launches. Very nice. And it's safe on block. You lose your turn, but it's safe on block. Better than regular hop kick. So he gets away with a lot of stuff. But other than that, just be careful when you're using them. Be careful when you're using Kuju kick and going into stance because they know how to punish you. You'll get launch punished. Razor Rush, same thing. If they can sidestep the 5th hit, the 4, they can launch punish you. But it's tricky and it's a very tight sidestep. Then they can launch punish you. It is launch punishable. Very launch punishable. Okay? Same thing with Sister Razor Rush. If you transition, then you can launch punish him. That's if you sidestep the 4. That's if you sidestep the 4. That kick right there, if you sidestep it to his left, sidestep left, then you can punish him. Okay? Alright, nice. Okay? Alright, we're good. But yeah. Other than that, just be careful. And just be careful if he uses that string. And the first hit, I forgot to mention. Nope. It turns your opponent 180 degrees. You can use this string. They're both safe on block. They're only highs. But other than that, it's just a toy for your opponent. It's a good range. Decent range. But other than that, just make use of it. Don't try to use this string in particular if they know how to deal with it. But it's a true string. If you get the first hit, that's a true string, regardless. But anyway, if you guys like the video, you guys want to see more videos about Lei Wulong and his stances, strengths, and weaknesses, and how to use them and implement it into your playstyle, comment down below. We still got Dragon, Drunken Master, Phoenix, Tiger? Yeah, Tiger. then Play Dead, yeah, and Sidewind. We still got all those stances to cover. But yeah, if you guys want to learn more, ask questions, comment down below. Like, share, and subscribe my videos because it helps me out, and I want to keep making videos for you guys. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. I will see you guys next time. You guys can find me at youtube.com/MochaPandaKupo if you guys are interested in checking out more Tekken videos and other videos that I make, fighting game related, Apex Legends, and some other single player games that I play also. And yeah, you guys can find me on twitter.com/MochaPandaKupo and my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/MochaPandaKupo. But other than that, thank you guys for tuning in. The crane stance is okay. Just use its strengths and be careful when you transition into crane stance. That's all I can say. If you guys have any more questions about crane stance, just comment down below and I'll answer them the best I can. But other than that, guys, thank you guys for tuning in, and I will see you guys next time in the next video. Peace out. Mocha Panda out. Went Tekken 8, and I need a PC because I want to play Valorant and League of Legends. What the hell? This is some cheating. All right, see you guys. Bye-bye.